In the previous video, I already showed you how to create VLAN in these two switches and also assign the port to the switches as well. Now what we need to do is to connect this PC to the switches. So let's begin. Notice that this PC, business PC1, belong to the business departments, and it needs to be part of the VLAN 10. So port 1 through 20 are reserved for VLAN 10, so I can connect this right here to any of the port 1 all the way through 20. Okay, so I'm going to connect that to port 1, and the same thing for this business PC 19, assuming that they are total of 19 computers, and I already connect all of them through 18. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this one to port 19. Now for this sales PC 22s right here, this PC belongs to the sales department, and it should be, it is in the VLAN 20. Notice the subnet.20 right here. So it needs to connect to those ports that are reserved for VLAN 20, which is port 21 through 24. So I connect that, and I can use any port from 21 through 24. But I'm going to go ahead and use port 22. Okay. Now the same thing true for this side. Alright, the sales PC1 belong to the VLAN 20. So I can go ahead and connect that to the port 1, because port 1 to port 20 are reserved for VLAN 20. The sales PC 19, again assuming that there are 19 PC in the sales department, and this is the 19 PC, I need to connect to port 19 because port 1 to port 20 are reserved for VLAN 20. Now what happened to the business PC 22 right here? This office belongs to the business department. Okay, however, it happened to be located in the building 20, but we need to connect this one to those ports that are reserved for VLAN 10, so it will become part of the VLAN 10 or the business VLAN. So those ports are port 21 through port 24. So I go ahead and use that port 22. Then the next thing, what we need to do, we need to create a link or connect these two switches together. I use the crossover cable and connect to gigabit port 1. Same thing true for this side, gigabit port 1. Now in order for the traffic to go from this VLAN to that VLAN, we have to configure these links right here. Okay, this right here we call it the trunk link. Trunk meaning it's a super highway. It can carry multiple VLAN at the same time. Alright, now how do we do that? Well, before we do that, let's see. Notice that this is 10.1.10.200. This PC belongs to VLAN 10. Let's see if we can ping using this PC1, business PC1 to ping business PC 22. See, we can ping that. But before we ping, we want to assign an IP address to it first. Okay, well, never mind. The IP address already assigned. Notice that the default gateway of this PC is the IP address of the switches. In other words, in order for this PC to go to the other side of the network or to get into the network, they must go through this exit door. This exit door is the default gateway, and the default gateway is the IP address, okay, of these switches. Alright, again, let me repeat that. In order for all of the PC in this department to go into the network or get out of the network, they must go through this gate or this exit door right here. And this gate or exit door is the default gateway, which is the IP address of the switches. That's the reason why we use it as the default gateway. If you think about it, makes sense. Default gateway. The main word is gateway. Okay. Alright, let's look at the other PC. The PC is right here. Make sure that we have assigned IP address. No, we have not. So the IP address of this is 10.1.10.200, and subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And what is the default gateway? The default gateway has to be 10.1.10.1, okay, because it is a part of that VLAN 10. All right. Okay. All right. Let's now see if we can ping it. Okay. We are going to ping from PC1 to PC22, or BPC1 to BPC22. Okay. IP config. The IP address of this 10.1.10.100. So theoretically we should be able to ping 10.1.10.200 because they are in the same subnet. All right, let's see how that do. Now request timeout, and it's a request timeout again. Request timeout for the third time, meaning that there's no traffic go across the two switches at this time. So what we need to do, we have to configure this link right here as a trunk. Okay, so the port that connect to this trunk link right here, we call it trunk port. So what is the trunk port for this switch right here? If I put my cursor right onto that, here go. So the trunk port for this switch is a gigabit 01, and the trunk port for this switch right here is a gigabit 01. In other words, the gigabit port 1 on each of these switch is the trunk port. So let's configure that. Alright, enable to get the privilege mode, and the command are these right here, these two. Okay, comp t switch port mode trunk. Oh, I need to get to the interface gigabit 01. Okay, I need to get into the gigabit port in order to issue those commands. Switch port mode trunk. Okay, now it automatically powered that up, and the next command, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10. If I do a dash like this, meaning that in the future, if I create VLAN 11, VLAN 12, VLAN 13, all the way to VLAN 20, it will carry those VLAN through this trunk links right here. But I don't want to do that, so I simply use a comma. So that is for VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Okay, so I'm done with that on this side, okay, of the switches. I need to do the same thing for this side of the switches. Alright, enable to get a privilege mode, comp t interface gig 0/1. Okay, switch port mode trunk. Okay, switch port trunk allow VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Okay, alright, and show trunk, show interface. Alright, trunk. Okay, but notice right now it said that for port of the gigabit 01, it will allow VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 going through it. Okay, and that's what it's meant. Alright, and furthermore, it said that for this native VLAN, it will use the encapsulation of AO2.1Q frame for this trunk. So this is the frame label, or the ID of the frame. Alright, now let's see if we can ping it now. We should be able to ping it. Okay, up arrow key, enter, there we go. So now there's a traffic go from this PC all the way to this PC. Now let's see if we can, using these PCs right here, that's a SPC1, ping the SPC22 on the other building. Okay, we want to ping this PC in this buildings right here. So ping, well, let's look at the IP address of this PC. IP config, okay, that's 10.1.20.100. See, we can ping 10.1.20.200. Okay, which is this PC is right here. Alright, requires timeout, and we should be able to ping it, should have no problems. Okay, that's the problem. Well, this is a good troubleshooting. Let's look at see what happened. First of all, let's look at these PCs right here. See, we assign the correct IP address. There's no IP address assigned to this PC, so we need to assign that IP address 20.200 subnet mask 255.255.0. Again, what's the default gateway? The default gateway is the IP address of the VLAN 2. VLAN 20. So 10.1.20.1, and that should be the default gateway. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can ping it now. Up L key, ping. There you go. Reply form. Now what happened if I'm in right here SPC1? Can I ping the business PC1, business PC19? No, you should not be able to ping it because we are in a separate VLAN. And the reason we create VLAN because we don't want those PC in the sales department to be accessible to those PC in the business department, and vice versa. That's reason why we create one of the reasons why we create a VLAN, to block those domain traffic so it won't be so much traffic. And also for security reason, if some reason virus were attacking these business PC, they will not easily infect those PC in the sales department. Okay, that's what that is. Now let's see what happened. Can we ping the 110? Okay, again we are using the sales department to ping the business department computer. No, we cannot ping. Okay, and that's how you create a VLAN. Alright, thank you.